Hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today we are doing your weekly tarot. This is good for the week of August 22nd through the 28th. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details. And I really do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, or subscribing. And also Virgo, happy birthday. I did put up your solar year, reading the other day, so you may want to check that out. I'll link it to the end of this video. Okay, I'm only laughing because I had to restart this video like 3 times because the cards are just so wanting to talk, but they were like flipping everywhere. And here, this one just says, jumped out. We have the chameleon spirit, act as if, okay? So I'm laughing because it's almost comical about how this reading has been going. Really crazy. Okay, so let's see. The chameleon spirit, act as if. Let's see where that's going. Orphaned energy on the bottom. Okay. Observer, no place like home. Okay. Really interesting. I think you're observing something from afar. I'm not so sure you're the one that's orphaned here. Okay. We're going to take a look at that. But I'm not sure you're the one that's feeling orphaned. I think somebody may be observing you. Somebody is missing you. Okay, we have the observer and then we have the orphaned. I feel like somebody is observing you. This is, the hermit energy. I feel like they're observing you. This is a very interesting reading. 7 of Pentacles. All right, the 7 of Pentacles is this energy of you've put a lot of time, energy, perhaps love into a certain situation. And it's a time for you to reassess, to see how, you're putting a lot into it. What are you getting back from it? Yeah, because I feel like some of you are going in a different direction. Like changing gears. But with the act as if, I'm almost getting this energy of not necessarily telling somebody. This kind of reminds me, this could be a relationship, but I almost feel as if you have a really good idea, Virgo. You could be in a job, right? And you have come up with like a really good idea. But I think you're thinking of leaving this job or situation, maybe a relationship, but you're not letting anybody else know. You're acting as if everything is just the way it always is, right? But at night, in your house, you are making plans. You're making big plans because we have a change in the wind. I think, yeah, and it's faded, and it's bringing you a whole new life. Okay, so, it's really that energy of, you have a primary job that you go to every day and you act as if everything's fine. But at night, you're building your own business, or you're sending out resumes, or, you're going to school, but you're not telling your boss because you want to switch gears, go into a new direction. If it's a relationship, okay, I feel as if you're kind of like behind the scenes. You're acting as if everything's okay, but behind the scenes you may be looking for a place to live, or getting a job so you can support yourself, or whatever. You're making changes. I really kind of feel like this has something to do with business, though, based on what is on the table here. And I think whatever this change is, it is bringing you in a whole new way of life. Really nice. Yeah, so we have the Ten of Pentacles with Yang. This is very much divine masculine energy. Now, we all have divine masculine and feminine within us, but I feel as if you are getting ready to take some big action that's going to bring in a lot of money. Something that is legacy wealth, something that is going to, you know, bring your life into a completely different atmosphere. It's really interesting. Now, the Ten of Pentacles could also be, you know, wanting a long-term committed relationship, taking action on finding that. So if you're in a relationship and you feel like this one isn't going to go the way I want it to, then you could be, you know, switching gears, trying to, you know, find a way to leave that relationship, whether you're married or not, but, you know, just, okay, I'm ready to leave this situation and start with something else. And then I think for some of you, if you are single, this is like, okay, I really want love. I want a long-term committed relationship in my life, right? I feel like you're almost like moving into this energy of like not telling anybody though that this is what you want. You know, when you're around your family or your friends, you're not talking about it. You're keeping it under wraps, you know? Yeah, really, really interesting energy. It has a tad of that Scorpio energy. You know, Scorpio are very good at keeping secrets. And I feel as if this is all just a big secret. Like you're waiting for the unveiling. Yeah. Nine of Wands. I think you're protecting yourself. Especially I feel like if this is an idea that can maybe make you a lot of money, you're having a lot of patience. You're not rushing this, you know, because you don't want... And I feel like you're blocking other people from observing what you're doing. You know, I think you know that there are people that are going to feel a little bit left out when they find out what you've done, what you've been brewing behind the doors, you know. And then with the Six of Pentacles, you know, you're trying to bring more balance into your life. I think it is this energy of I want to give more and I want to get more. Whatever that may mean for you. You know, I want to give more in my career, but I also want to get more. I want to give more in my love life, but I want to get more. You know, it's kind of like trying to bring it into balance because your obstacle is the Five of Pentacles and chopped wood. It's about understanding that, you know, what you are doing on a daily basis needs to change if you want to step out of this Five of Pentacles. So if you're in a job and you're putting a lot of time and energy into it, but you know, this is the reassessing card, right? So I'm putting a lot of time and energy into this, but I'm not really getting paid that well. Then it's this energy of, okay, well, I can continue every single day with the chopped wood. That's like daily chores, right? I can continue to do this, but I'm still only going to get paid 5 pentacles. I want 10 pentacles. So what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to start searching for another job. I'm going to go back to school and get more, you know, education, whatever it takes. But I'm not telling my boss because I'm giving you, I don't think you're pulling back on how much you're giving, right? It's just kind of like, yeah, I have a different motive now. You know, I know I was getting ready to leave a job once and I really wanted to make sure that I had a really good recommendation. And I really did. I worked really hard all the way up to the very last day, right? Because I knew that I wanted to leave on good terms from that job. And I feel like Virgo, you are very, you know, you're a very ethical, moral, you know, zodiac sign. You like people to, you know, think of you as responsible and everything. So I don't think you're leaving anybody high and dry. I feel like this orphaned energy is more of, oh my goodness, we really miss Virgo. Virgo did an amazing job here for us. Yeah. Wow. Wow. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Five of Wands is the energy of, I think you are tired of the competition, the backstabbing, the gossip, the drama, wherever you are. Whether this is a relationship or a business, you're just like, you're tired of it. Yeah, it's time to go and, overcome that, to love yourself, to understand that that's the only way you can walk into this next world. Because this week, your obstacle is that you're tired of working, chopping wood, and not being paid for it, or not being recognized for it. And so this week, you're looking for opportunities, right, to be recognized, to get the accolades, the financial rewards, the love, the adoration from others. And the Queen of Wands, she's very charismatic, very confident and everything, but she also likes to be recognized by other people. And I feel like that's what's turning in your favor for you. I feel like you have felt like you're the low, man or woman on the totem pole for some time. And you're like, you know what? I think I'll just go start my own business, or I'm just going to change jobs, or you're in a relationship where somebody's not recognizing how much you're putting into this relationship. And you're kind of like, okay, I think there's something better out there for me, because your advice is time to go and the Emperor energy. This is why I feel like it might be business. Like it's time to leave this job where I'm putting in a lot of time and energy, but I'm really not, it could be you work for a large corporation. You see some people in, like the top level of people are making a tremendous amount of money, and you're kind of like scraping by, right? And you're kind of like, this is just not for me anymore. It's time to go. I think I'll go build my own empire. For some of you, you have the Five of Wands underneath. For some of you may feel like, you know what, I'm going to go into direct competition with this company, right? And that could be why you're keeping it under wraps. You may, legally, you may not have like a non-compete or something. You may not have signed a non-compete, and you're kind of like, yeah, I think I'll just go start my own business. Really, Virgo, wow. Yeah. Five of Cups, you are so tired of this energy. Okay, so we have the Strength card and the Six of Swords, having the courage and the strength to move on. But there's something, I want to just clarify the Devil energy here. Capricorn energy. Capricorn is about working really hard. I think you're a hard worker though, Virgo. I don't think you're moving on to work harder. I don't think that's it. So what is the Devil energy, please? Just the Devil. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, in this job or situation, part of it, you've been there, for some time. You've dealt with this scenario for some time. It's helped you to build healthier boundaries. This is the Wounded Warrior card, but it's helped you to build better boundaries. The Devil, when we clarify the Devil, this is what you're attached to. There's a little bit of an energy of wanting some rebirth, almost like a rebirth of yourself. I feel like this is, I'm going to say the Devil, we don't ever feel as if the Devil has any positive attributes to it, but I feel in this situation it almost does, because which is really interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around this, but I feel as if it's almost as if you have the courage to move on, because there's something inside of you. You're doing it because you're attached to the idea of rebirthing something inside of you that I feel like you've left behind, perhaps even since you were a child. So it could be a dream of a business that you wanted to start, or a dream that you had as a child to achieve something. something or to be something or to experience something in your life that you kind of have put on the back burner. And now it's kind of like, no, you're kind of like attached to this idea of bringing something, some wish or dream from the past to back. And I think this orphaned energy is your inner child kind of saying, hey, Virgo, when did we leave that dream behind? Yeah, so it's kind of like this sadness that you have down deep inside is a sense of unworthiness. And I feel as if you're like, no, wait a minute. When I was a kid, right? When I was a kid, not that you were the devil when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, it's like this attachment to your worthiness. You lost a sense of your worthiness at some point, I feel like in your childhood, okay, because of the page. And it's kind of like, I want to go back and get that. It's almost as if you are thinking of a time when you felt really good about yourself, felt really worthy about yourself. Wow, I'm just almost like overly emotional with this because I feel like you're like, no, I'm getting in this boat. I have the strength and the courage. I left my inner child. I left my worthiness back. This situation, this job, this relationship pulled that away from you. And you're recognizing that now. You know, it's kind of like, this time to go. Wow, this is your inner child saying it's time to go, Virgo. We have to go back. You're literally going back to get something that you left behind. And I feel as if whatever this is helping you to also build. It has something to do, I think, with your power. It's almost as if you're going back to get your power. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Is it really profound? I think it's been a long time coming for you to do this. Some of you might actually be moving with the Six of Swords here. You may actually be moving. You may be moving even back to like your hometown or your childhood town. You're going back to retrieve something that you left behind. Something that I think you promised yourself that you would not leave behind. You were kind of like, yeah, I'm not leaving that behind. I'll never leave this behind. I think you said that to yourself when you were a child. I'll never leave this behind. And now it's kind of like you wake up one day, right? The new life. And it's kind of like, wait a minute. I forgot that. I didn't bring that along. I promised myself that I wouldn't give up this dream. And I feel like you wake up and it's kind of like, I left my dream way back then. And it's going back to retrieve it, the universe. Oh my gosh. I'm just like getting goosebumps because I feel like there's this inner joy that's coming out in you. Inner power, but it's also an inner joy. It's like, oh my gosh, I have it figured out. I have to go back and get that, whatever it is that you left behind. It's interesting. I'm trying to think. I think it was on Netflix. I'm not sure. I think it was called Girl Boss. And it was, kind of like a mini series or whatever. And in one of those episodes, she realizes that her whole life took this other tangent, okay, that wasn't good, when she sold a really, fabulous jacket that she had at one time. When she had that jacket, everything was going great. And then she decided to sell it because she wanted to go, do something else. And she sold the jacket and she literally goes back to get the jacket from the person that she sold it to. It's almost that type of thing. It's not a jacket, okay? I think you left a part of you, okay, back there. And it was almost like you always promised yourself, I'm not going to leave this behind. You may have said, I have to put this on the shelf for a little bit of time. It could be a relationship, you know, or something like that. I'm going to put this on the shelf for a little bit of time. I've got to go do this. I'll be right back. But you didn't go back. And now you are going back. Wow. I really am getting emotional because I think you have this awakening that's what is missing in your life, and going back and getting it. Wow. All right, Virgo, I'd love to hear in the comments how this might resonate with you. What did you leave behind? I also do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I really do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.